Wicked Wands Tarot. My name is Carmen, and today we've got a reading for you about somebody who is feeling a bit out of place, not really sure if the friends or the family, maybe even like the workplace community, is something that is a good influence, or maybe even the environment or the social community is causing obstacles or blocks to the goals or the path that this person feels they're supposed to be on. So this could be a reading about you, or it could also be something about your person, but let's call in spirit with a little bit of Wingentin. And I hope you're having a good day so far. Hello, famous Seamus, how are you doing? If you're interested in a personal reading, I would love to do one for you. My email address is wickedwandstarot@gmail.com. It's in the description box for you, as is additional information regarding the memberships I offer if you're looking for more shorts, videos, or live streams. Hello, Wesley. How are you doing? Let's dive in with the Pulp Tarot and see what else we've got for you. Hey, Key Controller, what's going on? All right, what else do we have? So we have the High Priestess in the reverse, Ace of Wands, and the Sun. Wow, powerful information coming through to somebody. A sense of enlightenment regarding an opportunity to make some change after feeling like maybe you chose the wrong path. Maybe, got a little bit distracted by something shiny. This isn't, the group of people I want to be around, or this isn't the job, right, that I want to be working. I'm doing well, thank you. Hello, dragons. How's it going? Thank you. King of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles, and the Five of Pentacles. So there is a choice here that needs to be made by this King of Pentacles. This is either you or your person, or not your reading. But this is saying that the choice is something that could be a little bit difficult to make because someone has to sacrifice something before they get the opportunity, or the opportunity may look to them a little bit more rocky or difficult to choose. In some instances, this is saying you have to walk away from a group of people, be a bit of a hermit, go off on your own to get that Ace of Pentacles opportunity. All right, let's see what else we've got for you. We shall see, Key Controller. We've got the Five of Cups and the Six of Swords, a sense of moving away from a difficult environment, right? I know that this is blocking me. I know that this isn't where I want to be, so let's get a move on. Six of Swords is often about traveling, right? They're in a boat. And the Queen of Wands is about manifestation or bringing in the opportunities that you should have. So you are your person. You're making things happen. You're making moves, right? Yeah. I do feel like this has come at a cost. There is somebody here who you felt rejected by, or who you have had to reject. This wasn't a person who wasn't really in your corner. They didn't really want to see you do well. I feel you've had to be honest with yourself about what you were actually dealing with, or who you were actually dealing with. So you may have kind of pulled the mask back from somebody's face, somebody who you thought maybe was a friend or actually wanted to see you do well, ended up being a bit manipulative. Hello, YJ, how are you doing? Hey, too. Hello, Corey, what's going on? All right, we're gonna go with the Cook's Tarot. Hello, Intellect, how are you doing? Thank you, Tornado. How are you doing? Hello, Cara. Thank you for spreading the positivity. We appreciate it. We've got the Four of Wands in the reverse. This is a foundation that has been eroded, something that is not working out. Things happen really quickly in this situation. It's like, you know, last week everything was going well, and then, I don't know, maybe two people put in their notice, or if this is a relationship, all of a sudden, you know, arguments pop out of nowhere, or they escalate really fast. So this is saying, you know what? I don't know. Maybe staying here is a bad idea. Maybe there's something else out there or in a different spot, right? Oops. Sorry, guys. These cards are like the size of my head. We've got the Four of Swords. So this is, whoever this reading is for, you have chosen to take some time for yourself, right? Hey, you're a little bit repetitive there. If you do that again, I have timed you out for a short period of time. If you do that again, I will block you, okay? So the Four of Swords, probably worth pointing out, we've got two fours, so that could be really important. This is saying you need a little bit of time to yourself. You need a little bit of rest and relaxation or rejuvenation. So you've either chosen to distance yourself from a bit of a drama queen or a really dramatic, chaotic environment because you need it. For some of you, this is a vacation. For others of you, this is changing your job or moving away. But there is someone here that you don't need to be close to anymore. Somebody that is no longer a friend or somebody that you're no longer flirting with. It's like I'm kind of bored or I don't really like being here anymore. So what else is out there? What else can I potentially consider, right? Hello, Chris. How are you doing? What's up, GP? Hello, Selena. Hello, Joyce. Hello, Bolus. Hello, Renee. Hello, Isaac. Hello, Omen. Hello, Rubber Duck. Hey, y'all, if you're interested in my doing some personal questions at the end of this general reading, I'd be happy to once we reach the $15 tip threshold. And if you are one to tip me, then I would prioritize your question, obviously. Aw, all right. Goodbye, Crystal. I'm glad to hear that, Chris. Hello, Ashu. Thank you. I'm doing well, GP. How are you? Hello, Stephen. Hello, Paul. So this is the Tattoo Tarot. We've got the Page of Swords. Sorry, Page of Pentacles, King of Pentacles, and the Seven of Wands. So there is this chance for a dream to be realized or a new beginning to start. There may even be some sense here that you're educating or certifying yourself in a new skill. And with the King of Pentacles, this is going to have an improvement or like an uplifting effect on your sense of stability. This is more like where I want to be or the type of people I want to be around, or this is what I would like to be doing for my work, right? So with the Seven of Wands, this is saying timing is lining up for you. I would definitely think positive mindset is one of the most effective ways for you to get the most out of this change in your life, right? Hello, Sergio. Nope. Hello, Roland. Hello, Mahmoud. How are you doing? Hello, Agnes. Hello, JG Wentworth. I swear, every single day I hear that. That's hilarious to me. Hey, Joey. What's going on? Hello, Liz. So we've got the Lovers, the Empress, and the Four of Swords in the reverse. There's a very important choice approaching you or your person, right? That impacts your ability to create the life that you're looking to have. In many cases, this is going to be primarily about you finding where you want to be because of where you want to live, who you want to be around, and also what kind of work you want to pursue. But for many of you, this is about a romantic connection as well. You may be stressed or frustrated, feeling like you can't find the connection that you're looking for. And in part, that is because where you are is not conducive to that goal. So once you make that choice to be in a better environment for yourself, that's when you find that love of a lifetime. Hello, Resi. How are you doing? You're sweet. Hey, JG Wentworth, that's not really my thing, but I hear there are like actresses and actors out there, so that might work for you. Hey, Joyce, if we get to $15 in tips, I will start taking personal questions, obviously preference to those that tip. So we've got some fast moving energy here. The question is, are you going to be ready to like jump onto the, what are those things? Like cable car. You have to get into the car when it shows up, right? You have to be ready. Let's pretend that it's Home Alone and you got to be ready to get in the taxi, or you don't get to go to, is it Paris? I think they were going to Paris, right? Hello, Abhishek, how are you doing? Oh, thank you, dragons. That's a great way to define it. I feel that. What's up, Spiritual Awakening? So we've got the Five of Swords in the reverse, the World, and the Three of Cups. Yeah, I think there's somewhere you're supposed to be, and when you get to that location, when you feel like, wow, why didn't I get here before? This feels like so natural, or it feels like I've been here before. Once your location seems to kind of click for you, then I see you meeting somebody. This Three of Cups is indicative of a celebratory or like a festive event. It could be a wedding, it could be a birthday party, but I feel like you meet somebody that is just, you know, your thing. It's totally what you're looking for. Hello, James. How are you doing? Hello, Armando. Thank you, James. I appreciate you. Hello, is it Mavis? Oops, we've got the Knight of Cups. Yeah, see, I feel like there's this romantic interest, somebody you have not met yet, that is going to be kind of like mysteriously charming. Very unlike the other folks that you've been, you know, considering as far as dating. We've got the High Priestess in the reverse, the Devil, and the Knight of Swords. The problem is, whoever this reading is for, you are still not 100% decided. With the Knight of Swords, you see how we have two horse heads here? They're still looking at the like available paths and they haven't chosen one yet. So there's a little bit of fear or concern. You know, is this going to work out? Is this where I should go? Should I take this leap of faith? Should I take this job? Once that fear is addressed, I feel like you are able to tune into that intuition that is guiding you and saying, yeah, you should do this. Of course, it's a little scary. Of course, it's a little bit different, but there's something that's pulling you in that direction and you can't really figure out why. Hey, Matt, what a great thing to be doing. I hope the traffic is tolerable at least. All right, this is the Rider-Waite. Hello, Felicia. Feel free to check out the summary on my channel's page. Hello, Mondarius. How are you doing? hoping to see a moose. That's great. That's too funny, Matt. I should post a picture of this. When I was on the road earlier today, I saw a work truck where like a back like pole on their, I don't know, trailer had a little miniature stuffed animal with like the Velcro hands, and it's a little moose. So that tells me you're probably gonna see one. Hello, Kingly Eagle. Hello, Deshawn. How are you doing? Resi, Norway is gorgeous. So I have a ton of family over there. I'm mostly Norwegian. And I, in particular, really loved Bergen. All right, so we've got the Six of Wands and the Three of Wands. There is this inner knowing. You have this, like, draw to the place, and you feel like you would be able to achieve the things that you want to achieve. Perhaps for some of you, it's about being at a distance from some people you don't really connect with the way you used to. We've got the King of Swords, the Page of Wands in the reverse, and the Eight of Pentacles in the reverse. There's bad news in the work department. So that could mean there's mismanagement or just like a really hostile work environment. Maybe there are difficulties within that industry or that field. Maybe even that brand takes a hit, right? But there's something here about your intuition or just your understanding of what is going on around you that tells you maybe it's a good time to start looking for a different job, or that this environment, this situation really isn't going to help you get as far as you would like to, right? Hello, Elizabeth. Hey, Tony, do you have any other master of the obvious lines for me? Thank you. Hello, Brianna. How are you doing? Yes, thank you for liking the video. I sure appreciate it. All right, so I do feel like it's important to address that some of you have a concern over making a change in your life, such as moving away, because you don't know if you're going to upset anybody. You don't know if maybe there's an ex that you're still thinking you could potentially get away from, or sorry, get back together. Maybe that's what you're really supposed to be doing. There's still some ties to this community, but they're shaky or not 100% like, I know that that person's going to be in my life in 10 years, right? Thank you. Hello, Joseph. If you'd like me to do some personal questions at the end, I'm happy to once we reach the $15 tip threshold. Hello, Sunny from London. That's awesome. I've always wanted to go to England. I have a little bit of an obsession with Queen Elizabeth I. But unlike her, I do make windows into men's souls. We've got the Five of Wands in the reverse, the Seven of Swords, and the Six of Swords. You know someone's up to something. Either like the owner of your company doesn't know how to run it, they're not paying people on time, or you're dealing with an ex who keeps trying to tell you they're going to make things right. Maybe it's even family that has been, you know, interrupting your flow, right? The Seven of Swords is a trickster. Hello, Andre. Hello, Anuruddha? I totally messed that up. Hold on. Anir Rudhro? I'm sorry, I tried. Hello, Mavis. How are you doing? There should be a $sign icon that enables you to tip. Hello, Ayak. How are you doing? Hello, Maria. Hello, Lisa. So we've got the Queen of Swords. Lots of air energy, so I do feel like whoever you are, there's a lot of emphasis on your intelligence. Look, the reality is you are probably seeing and understanding things around you that other people refuse to see or don't understand. Let that paired with your intuition, guide you, because I do feel like you know that something's about to go down. You feel like things might look okay right now, but it's like there's a crack in the foundation, right? You can already see it. That's so weird. When I said crack in the foundation, I saw, like, in my mind, the article that I read about, I feel like there was a wedding party at, I don't know, like a golf course or something, and they had a poorly built deck, and all of these people fell, right, from the deck collapsing. So it's like, you know, it's inevitable. It's going to have some issues staying level, right? Hello, Raven. How are you doing? Hey, Anuritro, please keep in mind that if you repeat your questions or your comments that you will get timed out. If we get to the $15, I will take questions, okay? So this is called The Truth Is, and we've got somebody here who feels like it's time to file papers. Now, this could be the end of a relationship, really, you know, putting a cap on whatever happened with an ex. Sorry, no more third, fourth, fifth chance. But for others of you, these papers could actually be about 2 weeks' notice, right? It doesn't have to be romantic. But this is like, I used to like you, but now I think I'm ready for something different. You're either dealing with a self-centered or selfish boss, family member, or ex. Armando, you are correct. Although I genuinely do try to make sure that it's enjoyable for you all, you know? So we've got forever and ever. There is a change that puts you on a different path towards somebody who does have the ability to be a supportive partner. I think this is telling you there is a positive change in terms of your financial stability or security, in addition to your opportunities in love, being able to meet somebody who really does want to do right by you. You may be dealing with a lot of non-committal energy, people who make it seem like they're interested in what you're interested in, or a long-term relationship, only to ghost you or get distracted by somebody else. So I do feel like you have had this intuition telling you it was time to leave, or that there's like a better place for you, and now you're starting to receive like concrete confirmation, right? Oh, okay, well, I guess that person kind of sucks, or I guess this job isn't going to give me a promotion like I thought they would. So what are my other options? Where could I be happier? Where could I be more successful, right? Hello, Kabir, how are you doing? Hello, Ibrahim, how are you? This is the Bianco Nero. Sorry, I have a lot of decks. It's hard to remember their names sometimes. Hey, Lisa, I think that's a power move. You know, if you can't communicate to me why you have to go, then I don't think we need to communicate about anything, right? So I'm proud of you. Respect. Hey, Carrie, how are you doing? So we've got the World and the reverse, the Nine of Wands, 10 of Pentacles and the reverse. Yeah, this is like trying to plant a garden in soil that has no nutrients. You pulled out whatever you could from this situation, whether it's a relationship or a living space, work, whatever it is. It could obviously be a lot of all of that, right? I'm picking up on a particular situation where someone moved to be with somebody and they don't want to be there anymore. You don't have to be there, right? So how much do you want to work on things before you say, you know what, maybe this just isn't the right place for me. Maybe I need to consider other options. Maybe what I felt was an obligation to me isn't really. and I can like move freely about the cabin, you know? Oh, I hope you find the strength for that, Ibrahim. Ooh, it's buffering? Hold on a second. Is it buffering for all of you? Nice. Hey, Roma Bedlam. Okay, cool. Key controller says no buffer. Cool. I like it. So we've got the Eight of Swords in reverse. Now, if it was the Eight of Swords in the upright, you can see we got a blindfold. And that doesn't look like a really comfortable place to be, but it's in the reverse because you've removed the blindfold and you're going to make the changes that you need to because you're not avoiding that. You're not viewing it as insurmountable, right? Thank you, Mavis. Awesome. Hello, Trevino. Oh, I think it's pretty clear that God already did. Oh, I'm so sorry that so many people won't understand the brilliance of that joke. But well done, GP. All right, let's see. What else do we have? Nine of Pentacles in the reverse. The Sun. And the Hanged Man. It feels to me like somebody has over leveraged the situation. So you could have been dealing with somebody who is always adding to their debt, never really paying anything down. You could have been working for a company that doesn't seem to know how to manage payments, you know, accounts payable, accounts receivable, that kind of thing. And that's why we had this Hanged Man energy, which is kind of feeling stuck, right? A sense of stagnation, or do I go this way? Do I go that way? But it also means you start to see things in a different way. You're hanging upside down, so it's a different perspective, right? So I think you ended up picking up that there is something else out there for you. It's like you're playing the video game and you've collected all the coins that were available. Time to keep walking, right? Hey, Aqua Beauty, how are you doing? Thank you, Kingly Eagle. Yes, thank you for liking the videos. I really do appreciate that. All right, let's see. This is the situations deck. Let's see what else we've got for you. Hello, Skyla. How are you doing? Hello, Izzy. Hello, Shreya. Hello, Keith. Hey, Ibrahim, please stop asking the same question. I'm trying to do a reading. So look at you. You've got this realization that maybe it's time to find a new place. Sold, moving. And then beyond that, we also have somebody who realizes maybe it would be a good thing to get away from an ex, or maybe you're moving towards somebody that you miss. Could be both, right? But I do think you know this other place, that's where you need to be, right? Another reference to divorce. So we have interview, get on the same page, divorce, final. So this could be a reference to 2 weeks notice. This could be, hey, I'm moving out next month. And this could also just be a good old-fashioned breakup, right? But we've got somebody who I feel is looking for information on where can I live, where can I work, what do I want to do as far as that next chapter. I feel like it's a little bit dark in here, so I'm gonna light another candle. I hope that helps. Is that too bright or is that okay? Yeah, that's better. Hello, Third Eye. Thank you. Hey, Mark. Hello, Isabella. I do offer personal readings. My email address is wickedwandstarot@gmail.com. Those are, of course, paid readings. And on here, if we hit $15 in tips, then I take personal questions, prioritizing those, of course, who have tipped. Hello. Hey, Tony. I'm going to need you to stop talking about my candles because it's starting to feel like you're wishing for something to go on. And then I'm going to block you. Okay? It's just kind of weird, right? Hello, Sharon. Hello, Tam Tam. How are you doing? Oh, no way. I think I remember you had a question about whether or not you and your sister would get, was there like a, oh crap, that was like almost a week ago. Anyways, I hope that is good news for you. That would be amazing. Oh, look at it. It's perfectly timed too. We're talking about somebody who's reconciling. So in this reading situation, it kind of feels like we've got somebody who's trying to get you to stay, right? You know it's time to go and they're not really okay with it. But I don't feel like this is their decision. This is someone who's been codependent upon you. This is someone who's made promises and then failed to keep them. They felt like they could keep you coming back if they made it seem like things would change, but it hasn't really. Hello, Jonathan. Hello, Rugrats. Hello, MJM. How are you? That's all right. I mean, if you hang out and you see some personal questions answered, I think you'd figure it out, but that's not what my gift is for. Hello, Yassine. How are you doing? All right, let's see. This is the Poe Tarot. Hey, Miguel. How are you? Hello, Myra. Hello, Tanya. Kaya, I'm going to put you on a little time out. But you're welcome to come back if you want to play nice. Hey, Elrod. Why won't you ask questions before you make assumptions? What do you think that is? Hey, Joyce. Feel free to tip if you would like to see personal questions at the end of this reading. So we've got the Tower, number 16. Oh, crap. I need to be able to read these. While I gazed, this fissure rapidly widened. There came a fierce breath of the whirlwind. The entire orb of the satellite burst at once upon my sight. My brain reeled as I saw the mighty walls rushing asunder. So that's the quote from the Tower. This is something that is falling apart. Something is drastically changing in your life. And I feel like it has to do with either a relationship that has kind of stood the test of time until now, or this is a company or a work situation. It's just really not going to stand the test of time. And then we have the Fool. There is no passion in nature so demonically impatient as that of him who, shuddering upon the edge of a precipice, thus meditates a plunge. So I'm thinking about making this major change in my life. I know that it would be a good thing for me, but it's a little bit scary, right? It's not what you know, it's not what people expect of you, but it's what you feel like you're supposed to do. And that's something that I'm sure a lot of people can relate to, right? Hello, Dan. How are you doing? Okay. Yes, I do. Hey, new man. You can stay or you can go. It's totally up to you. All right. Hello, Nicole. How are you doing? All right. Let's see what else we've got. What do we want? We're going to go with the Energy Oracle. Hey, Monisa, can you clarify who you're talking about? Because it feels like you're being aggressive for no reason. Just remember the energy comes back on you, right? I'm good. Thank you, Nicole. Hello, Jared. How are you doing? Oh, don't worry, new man. That's not my thing. I definitely believe that what you put out or what you send is what you get back. So this channel is all about positivity. What can we do to lift each other up, make some changes in our lives, right? Hello, Life with Reagan. Ooh, I don't know that I do. Thank you, Tam Tam. I appreciate you. Hey, JG Wentworth. My name is Carmen. If it's difficult for you to remember, it's the combination of my two favorite things, cars and men, although I'm starting to wonder you might be a boy. Percy, how's it going? And I love the heart emojis in your name. All right, so we've got door to personal healing and happiness. This is exactly what we're talking about, right? Leveling up, an ability to ascend or find a better environment, but it requires going out there, right? You can see the rainbows in the distance. I just gotta get over there. And it's because wherever you're headed, there is this balance, something that enables you to live a life that feels like it is fulfilling and you have challenges or satisfying work, good pay. But there's also a sense of connection, right? A soulmate or a love interest. Ah, you're faster than me, Pharaoh. So we've got the world and angel of love. I mean, this is basically just, hey, there's a whole world out there. There's other places you can go. If you've been frustrated or you feel like you don't belong where you are currently, there is this love interest waiting for you in a different city. Maybe it's a different state. Maybe for some of you, it's a different country. But you do feel this pull. Hello, Miko. How are you doing? Hello, CSK. What's going on? So we've got message of concern. Hey, CSK. I appreciate you're trying to be generous, but there's more important things that I could do with my gift, okay? If you want me to pull cards for you later, you can make the tip go up to $15. We're at $7, so $8. And then you can see whether or not my gift is worth it then. Message of concern. And concern in the reverse. And thief. Yeah. See, you know that there's a problem. You may have even told somebody, hey, you need to fix this. You need to stop gambling. Or, hey, did you know that we don't have enough money to make payroll next month? There's an issue here, and I feel like you told somebody this needs to be dealt with, and that person was like, what? That's not a problem. We're fine. There's nothing to deal with here. We're good, right? Well, it's because there's somebody here who's not doing their job, somebody who's stealing, or somebody who is not interested in accountability or accounting or fixing whatever this problem is. and it should not fall to you because it's not your responsibility. All right, let's see. This is the signs of the times. Thank you, outsider. What else? Hey, Miko, you might want to just ask people before you make assumptions. Oh, I still appreciate it. Yeah, but once we get to $15. And to be honest, if I recognize you on another reading, then I would keep that steel trap up here. Thank you, Rodney. I hope you're having a good day. Look at that. See, this is your intuition. You feel drawn to this place for a reason. It's divine guidance. It's pulling you there because there's success to be had, growth that you can go through, somebody that you can love that would love you. There is protective energy around you, but this has also got evil eye on it. So there's a reason this environment that you're currently in doesn't feel like the right environment. It's because there's negative energy all around you, either from one person or a whole group of people. But it's making it almost impossible for you to achieve the things that you're looking to achieve, right? Thank you. I appreciate that. So we've got anchor and stability. This is what we're looking for, right? You can find it. It's just not where you're currently looking. Thank you, Mavis. I appreciate that. Ooh, personal power crown. So you have the resources or the knowledge that you need to be able to make a change, right? That's part of why we had this searching card come out. This is talking about your ability to find a better situation. For some of you, that starts by finding a divorce lawyer. For some of you, that starts with finding a new job, new place to live, that kind of thing, right? Let's see. This is the Weird Cat Tarot. Thank you, Tammy. Hold on, let me just write these down. I gotta make sure I don't forget. And James was the first one. Okay. Was it Laura? Oh, and Mavis. All right, so if we get to that 15, I will check back with these folks first on questions. Ooh, you know what? Maybe I should pull those cards, actually. Hello, Sean. Yes. Hello, legendary black guy. How's it going? Hello, Reza. How are you? We've got 5 of Swords and the 4 of Cups in the reverse. Who is this person that doesn't like you? Maybe it's not even that they don't like you. This could be somebody who just doesn't like people, to be honest. But look at this. Does that look like friendly energy to you? Nope. This is somebody who hisses at you. They don't like it. But this isn't energy that is meant to block your abundance or your success, your prosperity. Oh God, that's such a horrible way to explain it. Okay, let's say, thank you, Tammy, I appreciate you. Let's say that you are trying to impress somebody that you have a crush on, and you walk into a bar with somebody who doesn't smell very good. Are you gonna be worried that they smell the person's BO? Maybe. This person's BO is blocking your money. Excuse me. Could you deal with that? This is saying you got to get out of that sphere. You got to get away from that person's energy, right? Oh, thank you, Lee. How are you doing, hon? I hope you're having a good day. What's up, Lemonade? Hello, Sophie. Right, new man? I totally agree. You Morgan Freeman. You guys are funny. You're at the airport? Ooh, I bet there's some good people watching. Ooh, I'm not saying that one though. Should I say PM? What's up, PM? This is a tarot reading about somebody who's going to move away and find love and money elsewhere because the current spot is just not it. King of Cups in the reverse, King of Pentacles, and the King of Swords in the reverse. So to put that in perspective, statistics-wise, there's 4 kings in this deck. And in one pull, I've only pulled 5 cards total. I've pulled 3 of the kings. So you know what that tells me? We got too many cooks in the kitchen. So that's either you've got a boss who can't make up their own decisions, or they change their mind every day, or they always want another person to review things, or, you know, there's too much like red tape, right? Ooh, thank you, Grind Hard. Let me get your name down. Hold on, what was the question? I got you written down. All right. And I believe we're at, yeah, we're definitely at the $15, you guys. So I will be doing personal questions. I'll get started real soon. But what I'm telling you is there's too many people involved. It could also be like a very meddlesome family. So if you're trying to have like yourself a nice little relationship and then like the mom or the brother or whoever is like, that's what they sound like, isn't it? If they get a little too involved, they want to be telling you how to live your life, or, oh, that's not clean enough, or, oh, that's how you cook. I got told that I load the dishwasher wrong the other day. Anyways, yeah. Yes, of course, Lee. Go ahead and type it. Going forward, if you want to put it with when you do the tip, then I'll make a note of it so I can come back to it. I'm going to pull like 4 more cards and then we'll start on the personal questions. Hello, Pramitha. Yeah, I'm going to do some personal questions. I also offer longer term or like long form personal readings. I do have a little bit of a list of questions to go through first. Hey, Tam Tam, if you want to type out your question, I will jot it down for you. Same with Lee. All right, to finish up this general question. Oops. Or general reading. Tam Tam wants to know, will I marry my crush? Nice try. New man, points to you. A new man, if you have a question for me, you let me know. I'll do that because you got some. Oh, ready for you to meet her family? Cool. Noted. All right. So we've got, to finish up the general reading, an understanding that somebody here who doesn't know what they're doing is influencing whether or not you make the money that you're supposed to be making. So you are the Queen of Wands, does not matter what your gender is. This is somebody who manifests or brings in that new chapter, right? So you have this ability to have what you want, the things that you've been dreaming of, but you've got to be able to believe in that change in your life. So I believe in you. All right, let's go with the Jack-o'-lantern tarot. Okay, got you, Lee. And then if Mavis or Tammy mention a question, I noted that you tipped as well. Thank you very much. Augustin. I mean, if that's what makes you happy, but I don't do spells if that's what you're looking for. Drew, it's in the description box for you. Hello, VR. How are you doing? Tammy, I didn't see the question. I will get, oh, it was about my new job and direction from here. Okay, new job and direction. Cool. Hey, new man. I could also just pull random cards, or if you would like me to give it to somebody else, that is also fine. I'm sure someone else would be happy for that. All right. Oops, let me just be more intentional about that. So Tam Tam would like to know, will I marry my crush? Actually, I don't see your crush being your top choice for too much longer. I feel like there's someone who comes along and sweeps you off your feet. So we've got the Ten of Cups in the reverse, Knight of Wands, and the Ace of Wands. There's someone here who has, it's like they're more likely to defend your name. They're more likely to have a backbone in difficult situations. They're more likely to pursue you. So I feel like, I mean, there could be a chance with the crush, but I feel like you see somebody else shows up on scene who's much more serious and much more reliable. So keep your eyes peeled. All right, so we're moving on to Tammy's got a question regarding what's going on with the new job. How's that going to go, or the direction? So what do we have for Tammy, please? Wow, okay, so I see somebody here being a mentor or a really good influence on the direction of your career. So if you feel that chemistry or that connection with somebody and they're giving you this good advice, lean into it. I think they really enjoy contributing to the development of your career, and they will help guide you in a significant way. The one thing I'm going to say is keep in mind that sometimes there's enough nuance to industry or brands that some things may be a little bit out of date, but this is someone who wants to help you be successful. And successful you will be, my friend. The thing to keep in mind with this Two of Wands is if you are always prepared, you will do well. The preparation may not always be easy to accomplish. You may not always get everything that you need, but I do see you being very successful, especially if your attention to detail is like chef's kiss, right? Yes, good luck to Tammy with the new job. Hello, how's it going, Max? I'm trying to scroll to the right spot. Hello, Jessica. Was it a repeated question or an offensive question? Oh, I'm so glad, Tammy. You'll do great. Six of Wands is victory, success. Be confident. All right, so we've got Mavis. I don't know that I saw a question come through for Mavis, but Mavis, if you want me to ask one, you let me know. I'm sorry if I missed it while I'm reading. We've got Lee. Is there any message from someone who has passed on? What message would they send for Lee, please? It feels to me like the message is that there is something that you need to walk away from that you are hesitating on. The Hanged Man and Two of Swords are both about a crossroads or decision, right? The Hanged Man implying more of a sense of like procrastinating something I know I need to do. And with the Nine of Wands, maybe even being a little bit stubborn. So there could be something here that you're defending that doesn't deserve to be defended, or perhaps you're giving someone the benefit of the doubt that does not deserve that benefit of the doubt. So I feel like whoever this message is coming from, they would really like to see you treated better, or some sense of like standing up for yourself in a situation. What is going on? Do we have like a war out here? Hello, Christine. How are you doing? One are dead. Okay. Hey, thank you, GP. SNK the one. And then after that, I might have to call it because we're almost at an hour. All right, so for Grind Hard. Hey, thanks for asking, Voice from Within the Void. I totally am. You can probably tell because of the smile on my face. You're welcome, Lee. All right, so Grind Hard would like to know. Let me grab a different deck, actually. Getting a little bit low. Grind Hard would like to know, is the lady friend ready to see me on my birthday? No. What's the issue? I think she's still mad right now. She's not feeling like celebrating you right now. There's something here that's frustrating. If I say the word codependent, do you think of her, or do you think she's talking about you? Because this is feeling to me like maybe you both kind of look at each other that way. But we've got, with the Page of Wands in the reverse, something that needs to be communicated before she feels ready to see you on your birthday. It might be that she wants you to do something sweet for her before she does something sweet for you. So maybe she wants a gift before she gives you a gift. All right, and the second question, what about being ready to introduce you to her family, I think is what you were wanting. No. Is she ready? I don't know, has she implied that she has? I feel like she talks about you to them, but she's a little bit nervous to cross that particular bridge. All right, so then we've got for GP is SNK the one. Oh, yes, there's very balanced energy here. I do feel like this is very possibly the one. There's something here about being very capable on my own, right? Very self-sufficient energy. So this could be someone who doesn't necessarily have a very close relationship with a lot of family members, or maybe hasn't until recently, but this is somebody who knows how to pick themselves up after a difficult time. With the Hierophant in the reverse, I do feel like there's maybe a little bit of resistance to commitment. Not like I don't want it, but like you better earn it. Like I'm not gonna do that for just anybody. Who is this person? I like them. Mavis would like to know, should I start typing? I don't know. What does that mean? Is that your question? Oh, should I start typing the question? Yes, Mavis, you should. I figured it out. Aw, thank you for that positive energy, wizard. Positive energy right back to you. Prosperity. Thanks for being awesome, GP. Okay, did Mavis type the question? No. Mavis, you let me know and I will answer that question for you. But Jason would like to know, will I be able to recognize or Probably reconcile, right? Sorry. Will I be able to reconcile with my ex? Yes. It's not going to be easy. It's going to be a little bit of a pain in the butt. And the key here is not necessarily will I be able to reconcile. Yes, you'll be able to reconcile. The real important part is, can this continue? And it can. It's with changed behavior that is sustainable. So the best plan of action here is not just to approach this as how can I get you back in my life, but this is how I plan to keep you in my life. If you come forward with that little like plan, like here's my, it doesn't have to be like a 90-day plan, but like kind of, it's like, look, here's what wasn't working before. Here's how I'm not going to let that happen again. You will blow this person's socks off. So they will love that. Thank you, Rodney. Mavis, I don't know what that means. Should I start to the... Are you talking about Chicago? Mavis, I really don't know what you're asking. TL shy. See, to me, that means like Chicago. All right, I'm going to pull some cards for Mavis. Mavis, my thing is maybe they know what your question is. And if it doesn't work, we'll try again. What does Mavis need to know? Six of Swords, Page of Swords, Two of Cups, and the Emperor. Mavis, I don't know if you know this, but somebody thinks you are like it, the one. I feel like somebody wants to talk to you about traveling to you or traveling together, or somebody has come a long way in terms of their healing to be able to confess their emotions for you. This is somebody who's coming through with this Emperor energy, but part of the reason they have Emperor energy or the ability to be this communicative is because something about your connection has inspired them. Namely, they see you as the Emperor. So they got a big old crush on you. Yeah, I don't know if you know this. All right, Mavis, let me know if that works out for you. Brianna would like to know, should I continue this fight that's headed my way? I'm sending you healing and protective energy. Brianna, it may help for you to imagine with frequency, right? Like maybe even every day, a white sphere around you to protect you. Yes, it's not going to be an easy fight, but you should stay committed to this. I do feel like at some point there's going to be a cost to it for your ex that's going to be too much. Any other advice for Brianna, please? There is something here that your ex has hidden. They don't feel remorse, they don't feel regret over this, but I do feel like this is going to come out and it's going to impact the battle, if you will. Yeah. I don't know that you have to do anything about this. I think this comes out or somebody else finds it, but there's something here that makes his side much less effective, right? Did we hear from Mavis? Yeah, so there's somebody who has a crush on you, Mavis. Well, that's a good approach, Grindhard. And I feel like Third Eye had a question about Stone Temple Pilots. Is it a yes/no question, I believe? Let's see what we get. Ooh, Justice. So this seems to imply that not everyone would agree, but the answer is yes. too fast for me. Hello, Crochet Queen. How are you doing? All right, I gotta leave it there, you guys. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Brianna, I'm wishing you luck. You deserve all that protective energy. Mavis, let me just do that for you real quick. No, not Ukraine. I'm very drawn to the color red. The flag would have red in it. All right, I love you guys. Thank you for the tips and the likes and the subscribes. I'll see you on the next reading. Doodles.